I was very preoccupied with making sure that we've never really seen this version because I try to strive for originality as much as I can. It's so hard, but that has to be the aim and the goal always.
How you doing today, Andre?
Good, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. I'm glad to get to chat with you again and to chat about this film. I mean, what a absolutely terrifying thriller from start to finish. You, of course, are no stranger to this genre, but this is a project that's been in the works for quite a while now. What was going through your mind when they first approached you to be at the helm for this?
No, I mean, I was in awe because it's such a fantastic story. It's such a fantastic opportunity for me as a director to create a visual space and a world, and world creation is something I love. And be able to do that on a ship in 1897, and the villain is the most famous one in fiction, Dracula. It's and also then again it's for Amblin and a company as I've admired since I was a child, and working with Mike Medavoy and Brad Fisher, and it's all and Universal. It's just like, oh wow, that's a dream come true. Check.
Well, I'm glad you were allotted that opportunity. And in talking about the ship and Dracula in particular, I mean, I really love the visual style of this film. I mean, it feels so different from your prior works, while still holding that tone that you do so well. What was it like working with your cinematographer to really find the right look for this movie?
I mean, it was about grounding everything in realistic lighting, but also about creating darkness and creating the space between light and dark. I mean, it sounds like so obvious in a way, but when you're doing a movie that is about pure evil in the end, you have to use those contrasts. And I kind of always thought about it in the terms of it's a black and white movie in color, because it has to be lit and stark like a black and white movie, but at the same time, we are in a color space. So also the design of colors in the space is very muted and very realistic in what the ship would be at this time in history. And it's a lot of no. I had a ball working with Tom Stern on this movie.
I'm glad that you took those extra steps to really find it, because, like you say, that contrast plays off really well as the film goes on. And I especially love the design of Dracula. And I mean, we've had so many throughout the years. What was it like finding your own, still grounded in Bram Stoker's novel, but bringing your own vision to him?
I was very preoccupied with making sure that we've never really seen this version because I try to strive for originality as much as I can. It's so hard, but that has to be the aim and the goal always. And this had it was all over the script, that it was an original take on Dracula. You've never seen a horror movie set in this kind of environment out in 1897. So then to create Dracula on top of that as being a creature of nature and based in, first, he starts out like an old, fragile man of over 400 years old in a situation where he does not really have the control anymore. And then he has to then survive. So it becomes about his survival. And then when he's at that top point, then it can become about, living as a demon and become the demon towards against the crew that he really is. So it's and I wanted to embrace the demonic feel of Dracula, also in the visualization. So. And also then getting Javier Botet to play him was fantastic.
Well, I'm glad that you took that approach, because, I mean, he truly is horrifying to look at, and I cannot wait for people to get the chance to see him. So I see him getting the wrap signal already, so I will let you go. But thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me again. I greatly appreciate it.